This is the Overdue Homework Podcast.
Welcome to the show. That's Trav. I'm Drew.
And I'm Trav.
This is the Overdue Homework Podcast, and as always, we are here to give you our opinions on 80s and 90s media. Do not forget to contact us at podcast@overduehomework.com, and as long as we're talking emails, why don't you plug those socials for me, Trav?
Yeah, we are on Facebook and Instagram at Overdue Homework Podcast.
And Overdue Homework Podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to find that. I mean, you're watching it, obviously, right now, dear YouTubers. Hey, great news, Trav.
What is it?
Great news. We're going back to releasing every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That means a third more content?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like 9 more episodes a year?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome, dear podcaster. So, yeah, we're going back to 2 weeks. That'll be a lot of fun. So there's going to be more content out there. Can't wait to do it. Trav, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Good.
I don't have any crazy stories this time to say, but I finished a lot of good shows recently. The newest season of Dexter Resurrection, amazing. Finally finished You, season 5.
Sure.
Also very amazing. And then, I don't know if you guys ever watched or dabble in that Monsters series. The guy that did American Horror Story did Ed Gein's story.
Did not watch that one, but we've watched other ones that were
Sure.
of the monster one.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very intense, especially knowing that 3 huge people were based off of him. Norman Bates, Leatherface, and Buffalo Bill. And we've done Silence of the Lambs, and maybe eventually we'll do some other stuff, but I love all 3 of those characters.
That's
a
cool.
lot,
That's cool.
And yeah, he's a crazy guy.
The only thing that's kept me away from it is I've heard that it's very graphic.
Very graphic.
Very graphic,
There's certainly one episode that as much crazy stuff as I've seen was disturbing even for me to get through. And I've seen a lot of disturbing stuff, I feel.
The graphicness, which is a hard watch for Kristen and a hard watch for me as well, a little bit.
Yeah.
And that it's like 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's really good though. I don't know how it has that bad of a rating. Plus, I've never seen Sons of Anarchy or anything, but he is a really good actor. And you hear him talk normal life, and then hear his Ed Gein, it's like holy crap. But how you been, Drew?
Really good. We've been on a TV kick lately as well, a movie kick, and it is kind of the spooky season. We didn't really do officially a Halloween episode this year because we're just getting back to every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. But we watched Weapons, which I really recommend.
Heard it's good. Haven't seen it.
Very good. I won't spoil anything for you with it because if you know anything about it, it completely ruins the movie.
Sure.
It's very good. We liked it. And then we watched Black Phone from 2022 with Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
And it was really good.
Sure.
It was trying to I don't know about the sequel, but it definitely was trying to cash in on the Stranger Things vibe.
Okay, sure.
But I liked it. Ghost phone. Creepy guy abducts some kids.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good horror flick.
I think I've heard the first one is good. I haven't heard about the second.
No, that one just came out like a few months ago, I think, for like this Halloween season. But it was really fun. I've been watching Demon Slayer.
Oh, baby.
So I'm like, there's like 35 episodes in that first season. There's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through the first season. I like it a lot. It's really cool. It's a fun, it's the stereotypical training and fighting and all that stuff, which I dig. I'm into that. And then Dan to Dan, which I highly recommend if you haven't watched.
Good too.
It's very good. It is very, very weird.
Sure.
Very weird. It reminds me of like FLCL in its level of weirdness. Like FLCL, a kid has a guitar come out of his forehead that he uses as a weapon. And in Dan to Dan, people are not obsessed with, this boy's penis gets stolen. Give me your banana. It's very Dan to Dan. I had to take a break from Dan to Dan too because it's getting up there in the weirdness.
Sure.
And then there was one more that I kind of I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from the beginning.
Sure.
Which is I thought like I was watching it. I'm like, this has got to be a parody of anime in general.
Sure.
So I did a little researching. Clickety clackety. Not a parody. Supposed to take it dead serious face value.
Okay.
And after I did that, I'm viewing the series in a little bit of a different way, but I would recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for sure. I would definitely recommend that. It starts in like Victorian era, and then it moves into the 80s, and then it's going to move into the 90s, and it's all this bloodline of the Joestars is continued through the characters. So like it's like Jonathan Joestar, Joseph Joestar in the 80s, Jonathan Joestar in the like Victorian area, Joseph Joestar in the 80s, and that's about as far as I got. So I don't know the name of the next character, but they practice the like it's all breathing techniques and stuff with their fighting. It's cool. I think you like Demon Slayer. Yeah, kind of like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know when you get further because that gets better and better, and especially once you get to episode like 17 or 19 in season 1, it's called like you can only master one thing.
Okay,
you're gonna have to tell me about that episode.
Okay.
Because I've watched it probably like 50 times.
Oh, nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to get to that. That'll be really awesome. Well, Trav, with all of that out of the way, some serious TV and movie talk coming at you. I used a couple of articles in preparation for this podcast. One was from mentalfloss.com, and that was from Matthew Jackson. Thank you, Matthew. And one was from bulletproofaction.com, and that was by Chris the Brain.
Hey.
Great name, Chris. And obviously, I haven't said this in all the episodes, but you can find links to those articles in our show notes when you go to our podcast. So check those out if you want to check them out, I guess. And that brings us to our homework review, and we are doing They Live from 1988. Directed by John Carpenter, screenplay by John Carpenter, based on 8 O'Clock in the Morning by Ray Nelson. 8 O'Clock in the Morning was originally published in the 60s, but John Carpenter's more direct inspiration was from an Eclipse Comics adaptation of Nelson's story, which he stumbled across in the mid-1980s. He was intrigued by the idea of aliens enslaving humanity. Carpenter then sought out the original purpose work and got the rights to it. 8 O'Clock in the Morning is a dead-on-arrival type of story, which is a man is put in a trance and by a stage of A man is put in a trance by a stage hypnotist. Carpenter told Starlog in 1988 when he awakens, he realizes the entire human race has been hypnotized and that the alien creatures are controlling humanity. He has only until 8 o'clock in the morning to solve the problem. Carpenter liked the idea of the entire populace being controlled subliminally by an alien race, but did not like the hypnotism idea. So when he bought the rights and began adapting the story, he changed hypnotism to the very 1980s notion of America being controlled via subliminal messaging.
Yep.
Makes a lot of sense. Produced by Larry Franco, starring Roddy Piper as Nada, Keith David as Frank Armitage. I love that name. Meg Foster as Holly Thompson. Cinematography by Gary B. Kibb. Edited by Gib Jaff and Frank E. Jimenez. Music by John Carpenter, Alan Hawath. Production companies Alive Films and Larry Franco Productions. Distributed by Universal Pictures in North America, and Caracol Pictures internationally. It was released November 4th, 1988. Had a budget of $3 million and a box office of $13.4 million in North America. That is $36.6 million in 2025. So not a big hit, even by those standards or today's standards, but
still quadrupled their budget.
Yeah, I would say this qualifies as a B movie. You know, it's a BA border type of thing. So I'd say that's a good return on it. Well, Trav, with all of that out of the way, should we get to the breakdown?
Probably should.
All right. Well, first of all, we're going to say goodbye to our dear YouTubers. If you want more of this, dear YouTuber, please comment, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. So we will see you next time. Bye-bye. All right. Hello, podcaster. We are back. And They Live from 1988. We open to some graffiti in a train yard. Very 1980s, right? Backed by some synth music that is very time appropriate. The music was created by Carpenter himself.
That's cool.
Way to go, guy. You directed it, you produced it, you wrote it, and you did the music.
Hey.
Holy moly. He literally did not know know how to use a synth, but he managed to make some memorable music for the movie. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
say so. He's also responsible for the sleep that's in the background later in the movie when, Nada gets the glasses and you're sleep, sleep. That's his voice, like modulated and effed with and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. Plus our lead, he's walking across the tracks. It looks as though he's been walking for a while, possibly hopping trains, all that. Everything he owns is on his back.
Yep.
Entering downtown LA, eventually making it to the bad part of town. And it's the bad part of town because there's steamy streets and homeless people everywhere.
Yep.
Nada, our lead, which his name is never used in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Nada.
I had to look it up because I'm
Nada.
like, am I missing something?
Nope, never uses it in the movie because, Nada, zero, less than zero, nothing. He's nothing. That's kind of my
I
interpretation
got
of
it.
it.
That makes sense.
He makes it to the unemployment office, and he's just trying to make some money. He's trying to catch a break. What was your last place of employment?
Denver, Colorado. So,
There's nothing available for you right now. The look of disdain and rejection on his face is palpable.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, God, yeah, right, lady. Fuck you, bitch. Just doesn't like the cut of his jib, So he, Nada, hits the streets again and runs across a preacher in the park. Some real fire and brimstone stuff coming out of his mouth.
oh yeah.
The human spirit is corrupted. Our owners, they have us. They control us. So the police show up because you can't have a guy spouting crazy stuff in the park.
Fuck no.
So Roddy Piper had never heard of John Carpenter when he was approached for this movie.
Nice.
Carpenter was on the hunt for an everyman and is a lifelong wrestling fan. He was intrigued by the prospect of meeting with Rowdy Roddy Piper, and the two were introduced by Piper's manager after WrestleMania 3.
That's cool.
Piper was interested into getting into more acting roles, but later admitted he had no idea who Carpenter was before meeting him. The guy who was managing me, this is Carpenter, Piper.
Yep.
The guy who was managing me at the time, David Wolf, said, I want you to have dinner with this guy. I've never heard of him, but that's my bad, I can just hear him saying that,
Yeah.
right? Because I had been fighting pro since I was 15. I was rolling pretty hard. What do you think that means? Might have been drinking and partying a little.
Yeah.
Piper recalled. And he said, okay, after WrestleMania is over. So they sat down, and he's not trying to be too facetious, but this is pretty close to what happened. He asked Carpenter, could you pass me the butter? And Carpenter said, you want a roll? And he's like, yeah, give me that roll. That's why I'm asking for the butter. Do you want to star in my next movie? Sure. Can I have some champagne? Sure. It wasn't many more than that, apparently. That's how he got the role, just
Nice.
being who he is. For his part, Carpenter felt Piper's look and demeanor perfectly matched the Nada he was looking for. His face scars, his face in general, everything about him seemed completely believable, Carpenter said.
I mean, I think it works.
I think so, too.
The hairstyle works for this movie, which
Yeah.
normally it wouldn't
Man.
nowadays. He rocks that flannel, looks good in them jeans.
He does.
Yeah.
He looks really good. And that waist, I mean, that's like right underneath his nipples. That is a high-waisted pair of
High-waisted pair of
jeans.
jeans. And yeah, he looks buff, so he's in some of the best wrestling shape he's been in a long time.
Yeah, he is totally buff in this movie. And that hair, it is a helmet of hair.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
helmet of hair.
Helmet
I
of
love
hair.
it. Love that very much. So Nada, he moves on from the unemployment office, and that night he finds an alley to hunker down in, watching the TV through the window, because that lady must be deaf.
It must
that
be.
is max volume. Which, looking back on the movie, you could say that is planned by the ghouls themselves to
Yeah, that
be able to
makes sense,
control
actually.
people that don't have TV.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense. The next morning, Nada found a construction site, so he's going to ask for a job.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is. Hey,
Yeah.
can I get a job? He has his own tools.
Yeah.
It's a union job. But then he looks over and sees like the Hispanic men that are over there obviously are just picked up off the street to come work at this job site as non-union workers. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, where's the union steward then? I guess I'll
Yeah.
have to go that route. He gets that job. He's working hard. He's buff as shit.
Buff as shit.
Buff as shit. And he gets noticed by one of the other workers, his soon-to-be savior.
Yeah.
The foreman tells Nada that he can't sleep at the job site, and Nada's like, oh, fuck, that's what I was going to do.
Damn it.
So he's got to know, when am I going to get paid? He needs the money to find a place to sleep Thursday. So thank the Lord for Frank. He knows a place for Nada to stay. Justiceville. Justiceville. They have hot food and showers, and Frank just happens to be going that way. You want me to show you the way? Nada's just like, I'm not answering you, dude.
Yep.
Frank heads off. Nada follows Frank, so yeah, I guess he does want to go. Frank does not like to be followed. I mean, I get it. It's a strange man that is buff as shit. He's followed from a distance. I get it. But it turns out Nada just doesn't join up with anybody till he sees where he's going. To get their chemistry down, Carpenter instructed Piper and Keith David to go out one day and have lunch while staying in character. The exercise worked, and a friendship was born.
Hey.
Their friendship relationship,
Very believable.
Very believable.
Very believable.
I just have to say, Piper's acting chops in this movie, it's like, dang, dude.
They're incredible.
They're incredible for being a pro
I don't know
wrestler.
if I'm biased from loving wrestling and liking him, but I'm like, he's very good in this movie.
For just being like a meathead guy that was just into beating people up and making money I mean, he's acting in the ring, but still, he does an amazing job in this movie. So Frank and Nada, they go to Justiceville, and we meet Gilbert. Gilbert's the go-to guy around there. He wants to put Nada to work immediately, fixing the shower. He's like, you got your tools? Go fix that shower.
Yeah.
No, he's okay.
He's going to get you anything. You need a chair? He'll get you a chair. Because that's all he's doing ever is just fixing chairs.
Fixing chairs constantly. But first, food. And we find out that Frank is from Detroit. Are you a Detroit or a Detroit? Detroit or Detroit?
Detroit.
Detroit. Not a Detroit?
Detroit.
Now
you got me thinking. I feel like I say Detroit, the Detroit Lions. I don't say the Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions.
I say Detroit.
There you go.
But what do they stress in this? I'm from Detroit.
He does.
I'm from Detroit.
He does. I'm from Detroit. Detroit. The word has lost all meaning. Semantic cessation, whatever. Frank is there for work. He's got a family back in Detroit. Frank is fed up with the hand he's been dealt, and he's ready to strike back at the upper class. We ought to take a sledge to one of their fancy cars when they close another factory. It's all a crazy game. They put you at the starting line, and the name of the game is Make It Through Life. Only everyone is out for themselves and looking to do you in at the same time. So how you gonna make it? How you gonna make it? I deliver a hard day's work for my money. I just want the chance. It'll come. I believe in America. Everybody's got their own hard times these days. Nada, surprisingly grounded.
Right.
For somebody that is traveling just from anywhere, just looking for work, trying to just make a living, wondering where his next meal is going to be coming from. Surprisingly grounded. Later that night, and Nada is jamming on the harmonica.
Yeah, he is.
That's actually him playing it.
Yeah.
He learned it from another wrestler. I can't remember the wrestler's name, but he learned that song from another wrestler.
Because doesn't he have the harmonica and It's Always Sunny?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
I
thought so.
He does.
I was thinking, so what? He just does this in every gig he ever does?
I mean, if I could play the harmonica and I was an actor, I'd be like, hey, I can play the harmonica. You want to work that in?
Yeah, sure, we can squeeze that in.
Oh, boy. He does. And there's a group watching TV when the signal is interrupted. There's a man trying to reach the masses. We are being controlled. We are in a sleep-like state. There's a small group of scientists, and it's cutting in and out. All the while, the broadcast is giving those that watch headaches. We've been lulled into a trance. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. Keep us asleep. Keep us selfish. Keep us sedated. So the dude goes and changes the channel. Blow it out your ass. Hey, remember that guy. Yeah. You got to remember that guy. And that preacher from before, he's obviously blind now. I didn't assume he was blind when he made his first appearance, but he's blind now.
Yeah.
And somehow he's tuning into the pirate broadcast and saying it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's got a touch of the shine a little bit.
Little shine.
Gilbert takes the preacher away into the mission church at Justiceville. They don't really explore the fact that guy has psychic abilities at all.
No.
They show it. He's he can do it at the same time. He's got psychic abilities, but forget about that.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We're never revisiting that ever. Nada is intrigued, but mostly indifferent at this point. He's going to keep his best to just keep his head down. You can see him looking around something's going on here.
There's more to Justiceville.
What's going on here? He follows Gilbert and the preacher, observing. You can see the wheels in his head turning again. What is going on? The next morning, and Nada talks to Gilbert. Choir practice went a little late last night.
Yeah, the church lets us use their kitchen.
till 4 in the morning.
We're feeding a lot of people here.
Nada is suspicious, obviously. And the pirate signal is back on the TV. The signal must be shut off at the source. Gilbert heads back into the church after the broadcast, not suspicious at all. He looks at the TV and is like, God damn it, and goes running back into the church like, okay, we get it, Gilbert. We get it, Gilbert. Something's up, buddy.
So Nada follows Gilbert, and we hear the choir. Nada enters the building, and it's all fake. It's all fake. It's just a recording. It is a recording. And there are signs of chemistry going on, lots of lenses for sunglasses. And then to top it off, they live, we sleep is painted on the wall.
So if this is the resistance, why would they paint that slogan within their own, just because? To remind them?
To remind them, like, this is your safe haven.
Are they like, is the chemistry have to do with the lenses? Are they dipping the lenses into a solution, changing the molecular makeup of the plastic?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, and then later he says that these are like a drug and they funk you up. Yeah. So I don't know, from whatever they're dipping these lenses in.
PCP.
Yeah, PCP. It works. But yeah, we'd say something is up. We hear Gilbert, so does Nada, and their signal isn't working, so they have to find another way. A dude with the beard from the broadcast wants to send out the shipment.
The sunglasses, right?
Yeah.
That's the okay.
Right. And Gilbert is not a fan, but do they have any other choice?
Not really.
I'm not thinking so. Nada hears all this, and he's a little bit spooked. He trips and makes a shit ton of noise. Nothing. No one hears a damn thing.
Nothing at all.
Whatever. And he finds a secret compartment full of boxes. Boxes of what?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
But see, he secures the hidey hole loudly again and does not get caught again. And then the preacher jump scare. Like, yikes. Let me touch your face. And now your hands. And now your penis. Dude, you're scaring me. Get out of here. No, the penis part doesn't happen.
No.
But, he calls him a working man. You can tell. Okay.
You can tell.
He blind. That's why he's touching his face. He's not just a weirdo. But Nada has to go, but there's a helicopter hovering low.
Yes.
Weird. But Gilbert takes notice.
Yes.
Back over to the encampment, and Nada up to something with some binoculars that he borrowed from another homeless person that has binoculars.
For some reason.
And Frank notices, because Frank notices everything.
That interaction with that guy is very funny, because Nada holds out his hand, and the guy's like, oh, here you go.
Here you go. I mean,
okay.
You're threatening. So.
You're buff as shit. I'm not going to say no.
Hey, what's happening? I was in there, and there was a bunch of boxes in a lab. Leave it alone, man. Our boy Gilbert is in there helping him, and I got a job now, and I plan on keeping it. I'm going to try keeping it in the middle of the lane, and you better start doing the same. While our white line is the worst place to drive.
That's just such a that interaction between Nada and Frank is just a little weird to me. I like the way he delivers the line, but he's just like, the white line is the worst place to drive. Okay, buddy.
Sure.
I got it. Okay, sure.
You better leave it alone. See you later. I'll see you later. And later that night, Nada's still watching the church. The helicopter is back. It made no noise until Nada saw it.
It's like 20 feet above him, and then he spots it with the binoculars, and then we can hear it. Okay,
sure. That's how it works. Gilbert and everyone is hightailing it out of there as the police arrive and SWAT. They breach the church. Riot police are there too.
Full force.
Plus bulldozers.
Full force.
The encampment is done for.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah. All the homeless scatter, and Nada's walking against the crowd looking for Frank. He finds him. They lock eyes. Mm-hmm. And Frank runs, abandoning Nada.
He's like, I'm out of here, dude.
I told you to leave it alone, motherfucker. So the shanty town is destroyed, and Nada makes a break for it. He runs across the police, abusing the preacher and Beardo. And he watches the abuse. Nada finds the binocular guy, Carrie
Elways. Doesn't he look like Carrie Elways?
Who is that? Wait. I know that is from Liar Liar and Saw and
Hot Shots and all that.
Yes, he does.
I'm like, is that Carrie Elways? No, it's binocular guy.
And then the police find them. They escape into the abandoned apartment, and they find a few more survivors of the carnage outside. Somebody start World War III. That dude looks high as fuck.
He really does.
And the next morning, there's nothing left of the encampment except a TV. Sure. Nada survives the devastation, or surveys the devastation, and he sees a smoldering church and heads in. It's been ransacked.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. And they live, we sleep has been painted over. He kicks in the hidey hole and retrieves one of the hidden boxes.
Yes.
So he scurries away from the police and finds a secluded alley. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
Lots of them.
Oh.
What a disappointment. I was looking for a severed head. The look on his face is, what the fuck do I do with these?
Seriously.
But, I mean, there's usually only one thing to try with glasses.
Put them on?
So, nevertheless, he keeps a pair. He buries the rest in some garbage. I feel like there would have been a better spot to put those.
And so did he bury it with the idea of coming back for them later or just to get rid of them? I feel like it was just to get rid of them.
I think it was... I don't know. I feel like it was to be able to get to them later.
But
because the way he covers it, I don't know. I guess I don't know.
If it is to get them later, don't put them in the garbage can because they're going to get thrown away.
Right. That is the confusing part. No one with their head on their shoulders would do that.
No, that's okay.
Things are getting crazy. So he hits the streets, glasses in hand, and he finally puts them on. Then he takes them off again quickly because the world is in black and white when he wears them.
Oh, that's a little weird.
That is very weird. So he puts them back on. He looks at the billboard and it says obey. So he takes them off, puts them back on. It still says obey. So he takes them off, rubs his eyes. He can't believe what he's seen. What is going on?
Nobody knows at this point.
Nobody knows. So he puts them back on. Vacation sign with a chick on a beach says marry and reproduce when he puts the glasses on. Okay. So he takes them back off. He puts them back on. Looks at a men's clothing sign and it says no independent thought. Then the closeout sign, consume.
Consume.
They Live subliminal messaging proved costly. They Live was a relatively low-budget film, $3 million up to about $4 million. When he and Piper recorded a commentary track for the film years later, so the filmmakers sometimes had to get creative when depicting a world secretly taken over by aliens. In some cases, this was relatively easy, as in the moments when Nada looks through the sunglasses up at the billboards and signs of buildings. For that, Carpenter and company turned the classic matte paintings rather than paying to have them new billboards hung and filmed. It was just old-fashioned filmmaking. One of the oldest tricks in the book, Carpenter recalled.
You can tell it's matte paintings when you look at it, but it's still cool. I love a matte painting in movies. It just kind of harkens back to these types of movies, and I appreciate that look. I like that
Old
look.
School.
Yep.
Wearing the glasses now, and everything has a subliminal message on it. Stay asleep. Submit.
It's a really cool angle. I really love that about this movie is like seeing that like when he looks down the street and it's everywhere. Like it's very cool to me. I really like that. It's just such a cool look. It's such like a totalitarian, bleak look at everything, and it just gives you that sense of like, wow, there is something really going on here. We are under control because it's completely there's no respite from it anywhere you look with the sunglasses.
And the
on.
Black and white just makes it work. It hits
does.
harder. It works much better than some fake ass CGI.
Yeah,
or something.
if it would have been in color, it would not have been as bleak or as like terrifying almost, because it is like a sense of like being scared at what you're seeing. The world is completely false to what you see. Like it's a cool shots, and it's a cool scene. And the matte paintings for me kind of just like put it over the edge. It just makes it have that look that I want out of a movie like this. So Nada makes it to a newsstand, and all the magazines have subliminal messaging on them on every page. And then he spots his first alien. They say they're aliens, but Carpenter is always referred to them as ghouls.
Sure.
So that's what we're going to refer to them as. What's your problem? I said, what's your problem? You look fucked up, man. That's my problem.
I wish he said that.
How does Nada stay silent at this point? Like, how is he not kind of freaking out?
He should be freaking out more.
I would think so. And so why does that ghoul buy a newspaper? Can he read what's actually printed on it, or does he only see the subliminal messaging while he's looking through it? What is it? What is it?
I think he sees everything.
He sees everything, so he doesn't see the subliminal messaging.
No, I don't think the aliens see
The aliens, they don't see that. Okay. That makes sense to me then, why he would buy a newspaper and thumb through it and try to read it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Nada can't believe what he's seeing, and the ghoul in question seems to sense that something is up, and the newspaper stand operator wants to know if Nada is going to buy anything. Or what? Nada notices the money in his hand, and it says, "This is your God." It's appropriate. I mean, it's a very on-the-nose statement in the movie. Very on the nose, but that's okay. It makes sense. Nada puts the magazine back and leaves.
Yep.
Wandering the streets now in disbelief, Nada sees the truth of what his life and everyone else's life is. Sleep. Sleep. Ghouls interacting with humans and the endless subliminal messaging. Humans are being totally controlled, and Nada enters a supermarket. Everything is covered in the subliminal messaging. Everything. This was more complicated because every visible label in the store had to be replaced with a plain white label revealing the subliminal messaging. According to Carpenter, the crew attempted to shoot the scene on location at a real market, but they simply couldn't cover everything up. So a set had to be built instead. That was our biggest expenditure, Carpenter said, of the subliminal market. So that was the thing that cost the most in the whole movie.
That's crazy.
It's interesting. Even on TV, now we see that the subliminal messaging is really coming through the TV, especially on TV. Seems like to be the primary control vector. TV is in everybody's homes. It's got that weird pulsing sense to it, like it's sending out a controlling beam. Nada, seeing the truth, says, "I figured it would be something like this." Very accepting about the situation. He even laughs about it.
It was coming.
"This is hilarious. I love this." Nada bumps into a lady ghoul, but she kind of bumps into him. "Oh, excuse me."
"You know, you look like your head fell out of that cheese dip back in 1957.
Huh?
You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly. I take these glasses off. She looks like a real person. Put them back on. Formaldehyde face. That's what we got."
"I've got one that can see." Formaldehyde face says into her watch. The rest of the store is full of ghouls. Every one of them is a ghoul in the store, except for the guy behind the counter.
Yep.
That's it. Every one of them is a ghoul. Nada sees them all talking into their watches. "I don't like this one bit. Not one bit." So he leaves the store, but not in much of a hurry, and nobody follows him out of the store, which is weird. This should be a mob of people. I guess maybe each individual singular ghoul alien person is not probably into tackling a buff as shit dude.
That's true.
It kind of makes sense, but maybe have the group follow him out. Just following him out, because nobody follows him out of the store.
Just give a brief description.
That's it.
White man, long hair,
buff as shit,
sunglasses.
Nada spots a ghoul primping herself in a window.
That's like putting perfume on a pig.
And then the police attack. "Hey, where did you get those glasses?" "The tooth fairy." "Did you nick yourself shaving this morning?" "Hey, you look as shitty to us as we do to you." Impossible. I love that line from It's just complete impossible. That's impossible. You look terrible. "It would be easier if we don't have to splatter your brains." Just splatter your brains, not on the pavement, not all over this wall. Just splatter your brains.
Splatter your brains.
"You stumbled onto something here. Maybe we can all benefit from this misunderstanding. Let's go someplace quiet so we can talk this over." Talk this over. Clothesline to the face.
Love it.
Love it.
Right into the wrestling.
It's wrestling time. Nada lays a hurting on those ghoul cops and arms himself, killing both the cops. "You bastards die just like we do." Nada arms himself further. Now he's got a shotgun. That's great.
Yep.
And the police are coming for him. Nada enters a bank. Oh my word.
"I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum."
For being such an iconic line, and I love the line. It's great. It's iconic. It's pop culture. Everybody kind of knows that line now. He delivers it so flatly in the movie. It's so very, very flat. It is obviously the most famous line, and that came from Roddy Piper himself.
Yep.
Obviously, if you've never seen the movie, but you should have seen the movie, everybody's heard of this. Ever since Nada delivered that line in the film, it's maintained life even beyond They Live, becoming one of the most popular and frequently quoted lines in pop culture. According to Carpenter, the line came straight from Piper, who kept a notebook full of quips like that to use in his wrestling promos. So that makes a lot of sense. Traveling all around the country, wrestling different people, those guys come up with a lot of stuff to hype matches and interviews. They have to come up with one-liners. Roddy had a whole book full of them, and he carried it with him. Carpenter explained he'd sit on a plane and come up with these things. He gave Carpenter the book when he was writing the script, and that was the best one in the whole book.
Nice.
I think he was wrestling Playboy Buddy Rose, and he may have said the line then. According to Piper, the line didn't enter the picture until the day they shot the scene, but either way, both men agree that he wrote it. So that's kind of interesting that Piper's got a little bit of a different account of it, but they could still be both right. Like, Carpenter could have had the book, and Piper was probably like, let's use this line, and I don't know. It's just kind of interesting that there's two different accounts of it. Who knows? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, apparently that line made it into Duke Nukem 3D after that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes very much sense to that. That's a lot. So let the gunfire begin in the bank. He's lighting up all those ghouls.
Oh, yeah.
If not in black and white, it would have been way more graphic, especially when that guy behind the counter gets like his whole body splattered against the wall. It's like, Jesus. One of the ghouls reports his description, "Mama don't like tattletales." And then that ghoul teleports out of there. So yes, they can do that all of a sudden. More cops arrive, and Nada leaves out the back. A drone in the alley spots him with a creepy snake light camera thing. You remember the snake light from the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, those things are everywhere. Got my dad one for Christmas one year. Snake light. Good job. There you go, Dad. And who are you, little fella? Come to show him where I'm at? Not nice. And then shotgun blast. And then enter human cop. Nada doesn't kill him.
No.
I mean, good for him. This movie could have taken a completely different turn.
Yeah, right.
But he decided, beat your feet, man. Beat your feet.
Man.
Smash cut to a lady in the parking garage. This sequence reminded me of the Terminator.
100%.
Obviously a direct lift of that scene. I mean, it's not a direct lift, but that is where the inspiration came from, because it's like the same era of cars, the same similar low angles on the cameras and stuff like that. So that was inspiration for this.
Yeah.
Sirens in the background, and now she's a hostage. She's not a ghoul.
No.
Nada tells her to drive not too fast. And Nada and his hostage eludes the police. Which is interesting because he's just kind of ducking down, and there's lots of police coming by there. You would think that they'd probably stop her car just to see what's in it, but they don't. They escape. So they're in the car now. Just keep driving. Where am I going? Are you married? Yes.
Please don't lie to me.
No.
Live alone?
Question marks.
Your place.
I'd rather not do that.
I'm afraid I must insist.
And there you go. They're headed over to her place.
So we're at our new lady's place, and she's got some nosy neighbors that clearly are interested in her, so they're creeping on her all the time.
Well, they say hi to Holly, and the reaction of the second guy made me think that they're supposed to be a gay couple.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought.
I guess
maybe
I didn't even think of that.
Maybe I'm reading too far into it, because, he's smoking the cigarette on the stick type of thing,
I did not catch that.
And he goes, after he, checks out the scene when they go inside, he just goes, And I'm like, okay, so you're playing stereotypical gay couple in an 80s film? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Could be reading too much into it. I think they're ghouls, though.
Yeah.
I think they're ghouls.
Yeah.
Even though we never see that they are ghouls, I think they are ghouls.
I think they're ghouls.
Yes.
And maybe pull all the way out of the garage and shut it before you let Nada out. Maybe.
Because he comes out the same door as her.
Yeah.
Gripping her tightly.
They've never seen this mullet man.
He doesn't. They could have played it off a lot better, too, where they could have gotten out of their own doors. But I suppose he didn't want her to run away.
I guess.
But still, that looks awfully suspicious.
Definitely. But yeah, he's holding her arm, guessing he doesn't want her to run. In the apartment, and Nada, Holly have a heart-to-heart. The glasses make you high.
It's kind of a weird angle on them.
Definitely. Didn't see it coming. But he's kind of loving the rush.
Yeah, he's into it.
But Holly comes on to him. Also a weird angle. I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not doing. Okay, lady.
All right. So Nada lays it out. He's fighting the forces of evil that he can now see with the sunglasses. cuckoo. Cuckoo. He's cuckoo. So she should put on the sunglasses, but she doesn't because Nana doesn't let her.
He just doesn't let her. It's okay.
You would think he would, but no, because she says she will just say she sees whatever he says she should see.
Boy, that's a tongue twister. Sorry for typing that one up.
So is Nana. He's afraid that he might actually be crazy and hallucinating, which is understandable.
Yes.
I would have forced the glasses on her just to make her, or just to see if I was crazy.
That's what I would have done if I was in this
obviously.
situation. You got to put these on right now and tell
right
me.
now. So Nana passes out, and Holly gets up. Don't fuck with me.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, she's thirsty, all right. Go ahead. He's not unreasonable. He's sorry that he's even there.
Yeah.
Holly is the assistant program director at Channel 54, so Nana goes all in.
He's like, holy fuck. I can't wait to tell you this.
They're sending signals to the TV sets, and that gets him a bottle to the head and a trip out a window. And she fucking lays him out. And I like how that glass just shatters. Like, as soon as his head touches the glass, and he goes flying out that window. Maybe 40 feet, I don't know, maybe more, and then down a hill.
Yes.
But good news, everyone, he's fine. He's a wrestler. But oh my God, he should be gimping or broke his arm. He landed on his head, cut, dead. I don't know.
That was quite the fall. Very funny. It made me laugh. I don't think it was supposed to make me laugh.
I don't think it was supposed to, but damn, it was hilarious. Just he's gone. Okay, well he's fucked. Nope, he's fine. So Holly calls someone, the police.
I mean, it's pretty ambiguous at that point. Yeah, because she's not panicked.
Right, she's not panicked. I'm all right.
We don't have the stereotypical hearing the line also. Well,
right.
So it's not completely. We assume it's the police, but that's not completely evident.
Yeah. So Nana hides out on the hillside, his glasses still in Holly's apartment. Yes. And the police are on the way.
Yep.
Finally finding some peace, Nana hunkers down in a tunnel and goes to sleep. Just
like that. And it looked like in a very public, highly trafficked area.
Oh, yeah.
Just some tunnel that goes under.
But he's not suspicious anymore because he doesn't have the sunglasses. He doesn't fit the description. Just, everything else is spot on, but no sunglasses.
It's like if one of the ghouls ran across him. So he's got a giant mullet of blonde hair. He's buff as shit, and he's tall. No sunglasses.
No sunglasses.
All right, not our guy.
Nope, not our guy. So the next morning, and he's on the move with a limp.
Yep.
So there it is. And at the construction site, he reconnects with Frank. Frank, I had a rough couple of days.
Don't let nobody see you. How many people have you killed?
They weren't people.
I don't want nothing to do with. I got a wife and kids, so leave me alone. Get out of here.
So Nana heads back up to the alley where he left the sunglasses, but the trash got picked up seconds ago.
How convenient.
Oh, so chase it down. So he does the next rational thing. He gets in the back of the garbage truck. You can barely hear it, but garbage guys are having a dispute resulting in the truck being emptied with Nana in it.
It's interesting because you can barely so you can kind of hear the beginning and how the guy's upset about his working conditions, and then he starts dumping the truck, and then they're still talking and you can't make out what they're saying. So I put the subtitles on, and all it says in the subtitles is indistinct chattering, and I'm like, oh, come on, I wanted to see what they were saying.
Loud indistinct chattering.
That's okay.
But his gamble pays off. He finds the box of glasses, doesn't get any more injured falling out of that garbage truck or anything, so he takes them with. But watch out, there's Frank with money.
And that's the cleanest garbage ever, too, right? It was just
the cleanest garbage
just paper and boxes.
Just paper and boxes. That's all people throw out nowadays.
Yo, 1 week's pay. It's the best I can do.
Nana does the glasses test. Frank's not a ghoul. Put them on.
Get away from me.
I'm trying.
Punch in the face.
I'm trying to save you and your family's life. Put these on or you're eating that trash can.
Come on.
And the fight is on, and what a fucking fight it is.
Man, what a fight it is.
Love every second of it. I personally think this is the best fight in all of our podcasts.
It's if you're going one-on-one fight in all of the movies that we've done, I mean, yeah, I think it's gritty. And Piper gets to show off his fighting skills.
Gets to show off them skills. And every fucking second you think it's over, they go right back at each other.
And it's played in such a realistic way where the fight just, like it starts off at a fever pitch and then it starts to slow down and slow down and slow down. It's such a great scene. I can see why so many people love it and why it's so adored by anybody that has ever watched this movie.
Hands down, best fight we've had so far, and we've done Batman. So I think until we get to Blade or The Matrix, this is gonna be
this
best.
is it. This is gonna be it.
But it's gritty. Piper gets to show off his fighting, like you said. It's presented in such a WWF manner.
Yes.
You know. And just when you think it's over, it continues over and over and over again. I love when Frank goes to smash the glasses as a fake out and kicks Nana in the face.
I love that. It's like he planned it.
Yeah. And Frank with the double fist smashes the suplex onto the pavement.
I'm going to take my one fist and I'm going to put my other hand over it, a double fist.
Twice as strong. And then after that, the groin smashes on Frank's
just
hand.
over and over and over.
Yikes.
Oh, my God.
Nada smashes out the window with a board. The fight had progressed to the weapon stage, baby. Frank had a bottle. Neither were ready to take it that far. They are friends after all. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Fuck! he tries to break that bottle and it just shatters in his hand. I love that.
Nada starts to laugh it off.
It's all good.
Oh, it's good. I couldn't help but wonder if that laugh was genuine from Keith's reaction from the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that was a genuine laugh
I
right
think
there
you're
that
right.
he couldn't hold in.
I'm going to choose to believe that it was a genuine reaction to that.
And Frank's not done yet.
Nope.
They fight more and Nada gets the upper hand. Put the glasses on. Nope, Frank body slams Nada. That is it. Fuck you. And then Frank puts the sunglasses on Nada's chest. That is, in fact, not it. One last suplex, and Nada forces the glasses on Frank's face, drags him out of the alley. Look, they're everywhere. Nada knows this is bad news, and that they have already been spotted by the ghouls. Brother, life's a bitch. She's back in heat. Yes, They Live's iconic fight scene was almost meant to be that long. It lasts more than 5 minutes at a key point in the film and goes through several evolutions. Though the argument is always just over Frank's refusal to put on Nada's sunglasses, according to Carpenter, the fight was scripted as several nearly blank pages in the screenplay that simply read, "The fight continues," signifying that it was always meant to be a long scene. Which, that's super awesome.
It is very awesome.
They do very well with that.
They do.
To make it come to life, Amada rehearsed and choreographed the scene for more than a month with Piper and David. Working with pads outside of Carpenter's office, they practiced each major beat, including several pro wrestling moves, over and over until they could hit each other for real while also pulling their punches to reduce the injury. The result in the film is what we see. And years later, during an interview for the DVD release, Carpenter was asked if he ever considered making the fight any shorter in the editing room, and his response was, "Fuck no."
It's really cool that he had such a vision for that, put it onto screen, and it works like unbelievably well.
Well, I mean, when you go to Roddy Piper and you just say, "Do you want to roll?"
Right.
I think you got to roll with the long
absolutely
choreographed fight scene that says, "The fight continues."
Exactly. And Carpenter, being a good director, writer, producer, all of it, he wears very many hats in this movie and many other movies, probably really understood that if you're going for a pro wrestler to be the lead in your movie, you have to lean into their strengths.
Definitely. I mean, if you take this scene out, it's not that the movie's bad, but this just amplifies it so much into waste.
Right.
Like, why even get a pro wrestler if you're gonna not do this?
Yeah, it's in the middle of the film. You're showcasing his skills and even Frank's skills. Keith's skills in this movie.
Yeah.
He does a good job himself.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't make a little wrestling stint after this or something.
If this movie was made today with modern actors and this was just some no-name actor, he would
be making an entrance at some WrestleMania
yes,
or
he would
something
be for
sure.
I mean, if Jelly Roll can,
he
can.
Yeah. If Logan Paul can become a staple wrestler, I think,
Right.
So Frank and Nana walking with the sunglasses on. They get a room at a hotel. They look terrible.
They look terrible.
They have a hideout, and they busy themselves asking questions we, the audience, probably have. How long? Where did they come from?
Not Cleveland.
What are they going to do? What's our plan? They can't be the only ones who can see. They need to find the people that made the sunglasses.
All right, so there you go. That's a whole lot of story in like 30 seconds, and the movie is moving on. The movie's moving on.
So that night in the hotel, they be drinking, and guess what? Nana has had a bad dad.
Had a bad dad.
He almost slit Nana's throat.
That's a bad dad.
That is what I would qualify as bad. Frank is postulating why the ghouls do what they do. They like watching humans kill each other. Maybe they love it. Well, Nana has news for the ghouls. They're going to be hell to pay because I ain't daddy's little boy no more.
A little creepy, little weird line, but it works. He's not daddy's little boy no more. So, that makes sense. He's ready.
While true, it is also creepy.
It is a little weird, but that's okay. I mean, it gets the point across. The next morning, and Gilbert is at the hotel. Frank walks right by him, doesn't notice, even though... I don't know, even though Gilbert's wearing the exact same clothes he's been wearing throughout the whole movie.
Yep.
Frank doesn't notice him.
Nope.
Gilbert follows Frank and tells him about a meeting at 11 p.m. tonight. That moved the story along quite nicely. They didn't have to find anyone. They were found. So there you go.
Yep.
That cuts out a whole 20 minutes of film that could have been in there. The world needs a wake-up call, and they're going to phone it in. Which, sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah.
But no, they're going to call and give the wake-up call. They're not going to phone it in.
Right.
It's a weird line. Thanks, Gilbert. At the meeting, hey, brothers, there's something new going down. Thanks, door guy.
Yeah.
He's got a shotgun. And they get contacts inside instead of glasses. Very convenient.
Yeah.
No more glasses. They can see the ghouls all the time.
Proceed to put them on in the weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
At least Roddy Piper does. He's
Yeah.
looking down, at the floor as he's putting them in. No one has ever done that.
No, he
ever.
looks like he's going in to do a line of blow as opposed to putting in contacts.
This isn't a drug, dude. But I mean, to be fair, he said the sunglasses were like a drug.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it
you
is.
go. There you go. We find out the public is being told that the police are hunting commies, the communist excuse, very convenient.
Yeah.
1980s America, we still hate communism. And that some humans are joining up with the ghouls. Turns out that most people will sell out immediately. They get wealth, they get power for switching sides. We also find out that the ghouls are using humans as a livestock of sorts.
Yep.
Earth is their third world country to exploit. There's a statement on what we do as Americans and other first world countries do to third world countries. That's no mistake, let me tell you that.
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
Carpenter's intent. There's lots of guns, and they have some watches. So they got the watches. How are they getting these watches? From killing ghouls, stealing them from... they got the watches. It's those watches that the ghouls use to communicate and teleport. They can't figure out the teleportation part yet, though. The group wants to fight the ghouls. Gilbert is still like, nah, we can't do anything. We got to bide our time. I'm a big wussy about this. They got to find the signal. KRDR is clear. Thanks, Holly. She says it in such a masculine, husky voice. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's right. Holly's there.
Yeah.
The plot thickens. Nada needs to talk to her. She threw him out a window the last... Are you okay? I thought I killed you.
I thought so, too.
She tries to apologize. It's too late to apologize because of an explosion and gunfire.
Yeah.
It's too late to apologize. Most everybody got killed except for Holly, Frank, and Nada, and a few others. Most everybody was killed immediately.
Yep.
The gunfight continues into the streets. Nada is raking in the kills.
Oh, yeah.
He is just
raking them in. No aiming, hip
firing,
shooting people up on the rooftops, one arm just fucking spraying, no aiming whatsoever.
Oh, boy. Secluded and safe for the moment, Frank and Nada are alone in the alley. Nada wants to find Holly. Frank says, there's nothing you can do out there. There really isn't. The alley is slowly filling with ghouls, and Frank and Nada are just standing at the end of the alley obviously visible, but they're not visible.
Yeah.
It's a dark alley.
Yeah.
So they got to get ready. They got to get so they got to get set to sweat. That's a great line. Roddy Piper has some great lines in this movie, but I particularly like that one. I've never heard that one before. To get ready for a gunfight, get set to sweat. I like it.
Sweat.
Frank tosses the watch and gets ready for the gunfight, causing the watch to malfunction, opening a hole in the ground. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
Isn't that convenient?
Didn't even know those could do that.
They're doing it. This entryway is temporary and will disappear in 10 seconds. Get in there! They do get in there.
Yep.
Just in the nick of time.
Yep.
1 second. 3, 2, 1. And then they get in there. It's tunnel time. maybe some kind of underground base or something. They've got to find a way out. They come across some guards holding PKE meters. I don't know if you recognize those things. Those guards think the Operation Iron Fist was a success. They Live's props were recycled from other movies. In a few shots of They Live, particularly in the scene set in the alien compound near the end, you might notice the alien characters using some strange sci-fi looking devices as communicators, and realize they look similar to props used as ghost detection devices in Ghostbusters.
Okay.
That's because they are the same props, according to Carpenter. The film was so low budget that they rented various things from prop houses, and that's how they got those devices.
Nice.
This money-saving technique also meant that the film got props left over from another Carpenter film. According to Piper, Big Trouble in Little China is responsible for the sunglasses at the center of the story. This is quoting Piper now, when John did Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, there's a scene with the 18-wheeler. If you look at those glasses, they had a whole bunch of these glasses left over, Piper said. That's the glasses we use in They Live. And yes, I have a couple of pairs of the original glasses, Piper said. I hope he was buried in them. And now I'm thinking about it. In his It's Always Sunny appearance, is he not wearing black-rimmed black sunglasses?
He might be.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
I remember the trench coat.
The trench coat for sure. So Nada and Frank, they slide by those guards because they're pretty shitty guards.
Yeah.
They're like, yay, we did it. Now we can run away from our post. That's it. We're done. We succeeded. And Frank and Nada run across a gala of sorts. Are you gala? Gala. Which
Gala.
one? Gala? A gala of
Regatta
sorts.
Gala.
And the ghouls are claiming victory with the human power elite. Nada and Frank really stick out in this venue.
Yeah.
Nobody notices them.
No one notices.
They just walk in
Not
there.
a single person looks over. They're holding guns.
Yes.
And then they put the guns in their front waistband.
And then cross their arms
just cross
over.
their arms.
That's
Nothing to see here.
Once again, the ghouls are claiming victory. And then the dude from the homeless encampment is there. The
Yeah.
guy that said, blow it out your ass.
Yeah.
If you didn't recognize him, it's him. He's still a douche. I didn't know you guys were converted. Let me show you around. I'm a complete idiot. Off into the tunnels again they go. Nada and Frank see some interstellar transportation device, and Nada is agog at it. He just can't believe what he's seeing. He kind of looks like he's planning an attack on their home world for the sequel. He doesn't get that far, but that's what it kind of looked like to me. Next, they are taken to the brains of the operation, the original location of the signal. That was way, way, way too easy.
Way too easy.
Way too easy. Channel 54 is the culprit.
Damn you, Holly!
So can we get inside there?
Sure.
Sure. Hey, do you have your authorization cards? Yeah, right here. It's guns.
It's guns.
It's guns. Oh, after our man, the Drifter. That's how he's known in the credits, and that's what he's accredited to, the
Okay.
Drifter. Tries to explain, they run everything, the entire world. Just play along. You'll get money and a good life. We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. Frank and Nada, they ain't having it.
Nah.
They choose violence,
Yeah.
because that's what I want to see in this. And saving the human race, but mostly violence.
Mostly the violence.
Mostly the violence. They've both been chomping at the bit to be unloading machine guns for a while now. Frank starts things off with a blast, a hand grenade to be exact, and they come out guns a-blazing. It's an alien bloodbath, going room to room, killing every ghoul they see, sparing every human. So good for them. I'm surprised there wasn't a little collateral damage, but I'm glad the humans lived. Tell me how to get to the roof. Where's Holly? Do you know Holly Thompson? Get over it, Nada. Get
Seriously,
over it.
dude.
The ghouls are laying in wait on the floors above, and bam, there's Holly. Holly! Our duo is now a trio. And they start climbing the stairs, unloading clips to the people coming down from above. And then Frank kills Holly.
Yeah.
Or Holly kills Frank.
Yeah,
not
other way around.
the other way around.
Yeah.
Scratch that, reverse it.
Just boom, later.
They did him dirty.
They did him super dirty.
Frank deserved a little bit of a better death.
Something. At least bring him up to the roof and do it in front of Nada.
Shot in the back.
Something.
Shot in the
Like,
back on the
come
roof. Shot in the back on the roof. I like that. That's what I think. I totally agree with you there. They should have made it up to the roof, and then Holly kills Frank right there. And then when she says, I'm clear, bam!
Yeah.
And they could have showed his brains being splattered all over the roof.
Did a boy dirty.
on the roof, and Nada is going to shoot the satellite dish.
Yeah.
Just shoot it.
Just fucking shoot
I mean,
it.
you see through his glasses that there is something there that we can't see, but they barely show it to us for a second. And then when they they even cut to where Nada is looking back at the satellite dish, and I fully expected like a longer extended shot of more than just 2 seconds of what we were looking at before, but we never get it. So it seems kind of funny. Just seems like he's shooting a satellite dish, but that's okay. Nada is going to shoot the satellite dish. Frank, are you and Holly clear? I'm clear.
Holly, you bitch.
You bitch. Don't interfere. You can't win. Helicopter support, come inside with me. Nada has a secret gun.
Hey.
And Holly's dead. She does the patented, like, complete stiff body, surprise face, fall back flat on your back, which is just, this is crazy. And Nada, he says,
Fuck it.
and shoots the satellite dish, completely destroying it and losing his life. But not before he can flip the bird one last time.
Love it.
I wish it would have been a little bit more enthusiastic. I realize he's dying, but still, give me a little bit more of an enthusiastic middle finger. In the newsroom, Gloria, you look like shit. That's very funny when all the ghouls are finally unmasked and we get some last-minute titties.
Yeah.
What's wrong, baby? I'm a ghoul. That's what's wrong. One guy played almost I should say, roll credits.
Roll credits.
One last note. One guy played almost every alien that we see, which is kind of funny. The ghouls in the film are mostly one guy, Jeff Amata, who was also the film stunt coordinator. According to Amata, Carpenter originally hired actors to play the ghouls in the film, but wasn't too happy with the male actors in particular. He said he asked Amata to begin doubling in those roles. It was funny because I ended up doubling a lot of the stunt guys that were in there, Amata recalled. Amata played not all of them, but quite a few in the film, including the very last ghoul we see who's having sex with a woman when the alien signal is shut down.
Okay.
So it's most like when you see him interacting in the supermarket, that's him.
Yep.
And when you see him at the car with the newspaper, that's Jeff Amata again.
Probably the bank.
The bank, yeah, that's all him. So that's very interesting, to say the least. So, Trav, did you like it?
I personally love this movie.
What's not to love?
It's guaranteed at least in my top 5 of movies that we hadn't seen or I hadn't seen that we've covered on this podcast. I think he was a very good actor. I shouldn't say I was surprised because he does that for a career, but the fight scenes are amazing with him in it, and he just... I understand why there was no questioning, and he just got this role.
Yeah.
It just worked out perfectly.
The movie was made for him.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. But, how do you feel about the movie?
I really, really like this movie a lot. Obviously, this was a movie that was like, when I was 14, 15 years old, Tom was like, you got to see They Live.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's see They Live. And I saw it then. And, it's not a movie that I've watched a million times. I mean, I watched it 3 times for the preparation of the podcast, but it's a movie that I should watch more often. And I'm definitely going to... It's going to come to the front of my mind if I get asked, what movies do you really like?
Yeah,
it's been refreshed in my mind. I really do like this movie, everything about it. I love that it doesn't take itself too seriously. I love that it kind of combines mystery with horror and sci-fi and all that stuff. The sci-fi angle really hooks me. The dystopian future really hooks me, even though it's like kind of like future past type of thing.
It definitely takes itself the right amount of serious.
Yes. Not too seriously. Yep. It's not afraid to be a little tongue-in-cheek with some of those cheesy lines that Nada has in the movie, but those cheesy lines are what makes Nada's character who he is and what we want to see on screen. It's everything that you would want, and Keith David does an amazing job in it, and obviously he's the president on Rick and Morty. It's interesting when you see his voice coming out of his face after having watched a bunch of Rick and Morty. It's like, oh dang, like you can just hear it in Rick and Morty. You can see his face, and overall the movie is just a great movie. It was fun to watch. It was fun to talk about, and it was a fun podcast to do. Completely fun podcast to do. Anything else you want to talk about, Trav?
The only thing I missed while we were going through it is the first time they're watching the TV with the ridiculous ads with the fake long press-on nails.
Oh, yes.
Don't ever let me see you use your pinky fingernail to stick into a block of cheese. to eat while you're working. That was disgusting. I just thought that was so gross, and I've never seen that be a thing before.
I really like that she was typing also with the tips of her fingernails.
Typing with the tips and then pokes of cheese. There we go. No, don't do it, please.
Oh, boy, Trav. Okay, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about our homework assignment for next episode, just 2 weeks away.
Hey.
Point Break from 1991, directed by Catherine Bigelow, screenplay by W. Peter Liff, story by Rick King and W. Peter Liff, produced by Peter Abrams and Robert L. Levy, starring Keanu Reeves as Johnny Utah, Patrick Swayze as Bodhi Bodhisattva, Gary Busey as Agent Angelo Pappas, Lori Petty as Tyler Ann Endicott. Lori Petty. Lori Petty in Tank Girl. We should do Tank Girl sometime. Have you ever seen Tank Girl?
I've seen part of it.
Who else is in that? Ice-T is in that. No. Ice Cube is in that, right?
Okay.
No.
Been too long. I recognize Tank Girl, but I can't picture anyone else.
That's Lori Petty. Which of the rappers is in SVU, in Law and Order SVU? Is that Ice-T? Yes, it's Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yes, the rapper Ice-T. Ice-T is in this movie.
Ice Cube does the new TMNT movie.
Yes, that's right. Okay. John C. McGinley as director, Ben Harp, James LaGrosse as Roach, and James LaGrosse is Flea, and he's playing Roach from Red Hot Chili Peppers. John Philbin as Nathaniel, Jesse Christopher as Gromit, Lee Tegerson as Rosie, Vincent Klein as Lupton, Warchild Pittman, Chris Peterson as Bunker, David Olson as Archibald, Anthony Kiedis as Tone, Galen Gorg as Margarita, Sydney Walsh as Miss Deer, Mike Genovese as Instructor Corey, Jack Keller as Technician Halsey, that's interesting. Technician Halsey. Tom Sizemore, gotta love some Tom Sizemore as Agent Dietz. Cinematography by Donald Peterman. Edited by Howard Smith. Music by Mark. I wanted to call him Frank. I don't know why. Music by Mark Isham. Produced by Largo Entertainment and Johnny Utah Productions. Distributed by 20th Century Fox. It was released July 10th, 1991 in Westwood as its premiere, and then July 12th, 1991 nationwide. It had a budget of $24 million, a box office of $83.5 million, and that is $198.6 million in 2025.
Nice.
So it was a hit. Nothing, not a giant blockbuster, but it was still a hit. People went and saw this movie. It's got a bit of a cult following. Everybody seems to like Point Break. It's got some cool lines. He's not coming back in, stuff like that. It's got the
Sways.
It's got the Sways.
I'm excited to get back to the Sways. This is our first Keanu Reeves.
It's got Gary Busey. I mean, what's not to like about that? It's Lori Petty, which, she hasn't done a whole lot since the 90s. I don't remember seeing Lori Petty in a movie anytime recently.
No.
I can't wait to do that one. 2 weeks. All right, Trav, with all of that out of the way, why don't you hit me with that outro?
Sure thing. We do have an email today. It says, "Call me Snake. I just had another random thought while perusing political news. Since the mass media is constantly claiming the sky is falling and we're months away from some dystopian life, I think it's time to do Escape from New York and live that reality for a couple hours. And then obviously Escape from LA during sequel time. I watched New York sometime this last year, and you won't be disappointed. There's so many things to talk about with that one."
That would be a lot of fun. I have Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I have never seen either movie all the way through.
Same.
I have them both. I've just never.
You own them both.
I own them both. I've never seen either of them all the way through. So.
I feel like I've seen most of New York, but LA doesn't ring a bell.
I definitely never saw LA. I have them both.
That's awesome. Can you think of who's in it right off the bat?
Yes.
He can think, but he doesn't know who.
Oh my God, I can see his face. He was in all types of movies. Why can't I think of his name? What is his name? I can see his face. He's in The Thing, and he's married.
Never seen The Thing.
The Thing would be a really good Halloween to do. Man, I hope everybody's shouting at their radios because this is a radio program.
We know Ryan is. He's like, "You idiot."
It's really stupid that I can't think of his name. So I'm going to Google it right now. Because because it's really killing me.
Escape from New York.
Yeah. There he is.
Kurt
Kurt Russell.
That's
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, man. I feel like we even talked about Kurt Russell in this podcast.
We probably did.
Because there was, what was that? No Time in Little China.
Yes.
Yeah.
We said his name.
But it's all good. That was interesting. So, but yeah, we will definitely add those to the list
It's
and get
on the
to
list.
that. Like everything that you've suggested has been amazing. So, also just want to say that I scrolled this. Sorry, back to the email that he's saying. Also, just wanted to say that I scrolled through all the episodes just now to make sure that y'all haven't already done this movie, and as I'm scrolling the titles, memories are hitting me with highlights of the shows and how much fun they were. I appreciate the entertainment and engagement you guys provide.
Oh.
And that's awesome.
That's,
thank you, man.
Yeah, that's heartfelt. Appreciate that very much so.
One last thing he says, I saw some new games are coming to Xbox, Virtua Fighter and Streets of Rage. I know I played a ton of Rage on Sega, but is there even a market for it now? Do you think kids are into side-scrolling 2D button mashing, or did they make it for nostalgic reasons? I think the later.
Yeah.
Or the latter.
It definitely, I think, is the whole idea was hitting our age group because
Yeah.
that's what we played. But, you know, all that stuff is real cool again with the
It
kiddos.
is real cool, and it should be hitting on more for kids to want to do some couch co-op type stuff.
Right.
I mean, that's what we grew up with. There
Yep.
wasn't the other option. So,
Nope.
But yeah, Streets of Rage 4, I think, was like a free game on PlayStation not that long ago.
Yeah.
I didn't play a lot of Streets of Rage when it was out on Sega, but when I got the Genesis collection on PS3, I played a shit ton of it.
They're fun games. So, I mean,
Definitely.
fun translates. So,
Let's see. Oh, I do like. He's got a little more here. He says, and if other people agree or disagree, they can simply email you at podcast@overduehomework.com. It's just that simple.
It's just that
After
simple.
you email once, you can just start typing pod into the to line, and then bam, there it is. The whole thing will pop up. Then you can email every week.
Every week.
Easy. Do it. Do it now.
Sort of
Cheers,
like,
fellas.
Sort of like voting. Do it once and do it often.
Yeah, love it. So, like he said, if you want to email us at podcast@overduehomework.com. Make sure you're watching our YouTube. Leave a like and subscribe at Overdue Homework Podcast. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Overdue Homework Podcast. And as always, make sure you tune in to the next exciting episode of the Overdue Homework Podcast.